We are in the first process of moving to the ability to control the oil leakage. As you know, during this last weekend, we tried the top kill exercise. There were 3 different top kill attempts made in 3 consecutive days. 30,000 barrels of mud was placed down the well bore, unsuccessful at overcoming the pressure of the hydrocarbons coming up through the well bore. As a result of that, we've gone to oil containment rather than capping the well. That involves a couple of things this afternoon. One of them is cutting the riser pipe beyond the kink that you've all seen on television, and then going with a second cut, which is called a diamond wire cut. And we will attempt to get that as close to the top of the lower marine riser package as we can and make that as fine a cut and hopefully get it as perpendicular to the center axis of the pipe as we can. The reason we want to do that is we have 2 options. One is called a top cap, which is a much tighter, finer seal with a rubber, basically a large rubber gasket that goes over the top that would ensure a minimum amount of oil leaked out. And if we don't get that, then we'll put another device over that would potentially cause some oil leakage around the sides. So we want that first option if we can do it. That will depend on the results and the success of that second cut, the diamond wire cut. As I said, we're in the middle of the first cut right now, which is called the shear cut, and we'll be reporting from our various locations this afternoon as we move through that process. So after that, the goal will be then to take the oil that's coming up from the wellbore, take it to the surface and actually produce it. That'll be to flare off the natural gas and go ahead and produce the oil and transfer it ashore either by tanker or barge. As we move to containment, rather than capping the well, it introduced some risk factors that we need to be aware of. Once we cut the marine riser pipe this afternoon, the flow rate technical group that works for me as a national incident commander, headed by Marshall McNutt of the U.S. Geological Survey, estimate we could see during that period before the cap goes on a 20% increase in oil flow. And we have discussed with British Petroleum mitigating measures regarding undersea dispersant use and so forth as we move forward to try and mitigate the impacts. But the fact of the matter is there'll be a period of time where there'll be hydrocarbons coming out of the well while we cut the pipe, remove it, and put the cap or the top hat in place. That brings up a second risk point as we move into hurricane season. We're going to be producing oil out of this well at a low rate, but that's the way we're going to relieve the pressure that's currently there. That means that we're going to have a way to consider heavy weather, hurricane weather, and what to do about that. There are a couple of options that are underway right now that would include a floating production facility that could easily be separated and moved off station should we get violent weather during the hurricane season.